As parents, we want bedtimes to run as smoothly as possible. We want to know that when we pop our little ones to bed, that they're perfectly ready for sleep time. But what do we do when our toddler starts to fight bedtime or take a while to fall asleep? Today I'm going to be answering your sleep question. My toddler is taking ages to fall asleep at bedtime. What can I do? In this short video, I'm going to go through a few things that could be causing this, and I have some tricks that we can implement to help make bedtimes run a lot more smoothly. Hi, my name's Josephine Cavallo and I'm a sleep expert at Little Ones. I'm a mother to two beautiful little girls and I've also got one little one on the way. At Little Ones, our passion is baby and toddler sleep. If you check out our YouTube channel, you will see pages and pages of videos of us answering your sleep and nutrition questions. Please check out our YouTube channel today, and I would also encourage you to subscribe and hit the bell next to it. This way we can notify you each time we add up a new video. For more information about our sleep and nutrition programs, please visit our website www.little1s.co. Please tell us in the comment box, how long does it take your toddler to fall asleep? Is there some battles or is it smooth sailing? So back to your sleep question. Your little one is taking a long time to fall asleep and you're wanting to improve this. There is definitely no harm in that. Being a mother of two little toddlers, bedtime plays a big part of our evening, and it's something that I do want to go smoothly. So what could be going on here? It could be our toddler's day nap length that's impacting bedtime. It could be their room environment. It could be their bedtime routine. So what's happening leading up to bedtime? So let's start with their day naps. It makes sense. If our toddlers are having just so much day sleep, what's going to happen? Bedtime is going to be a struggle. So we continuously keep an eye on that day sleep. From 18 months right through until they drop that nap, we will need to tweak that day nap length. So if we notice that our little ones aren't tired at bedtime, they're waking more overnight, they're waking at 5 to 6 a.m. in the morning, then we can assume that that day nap is just too long. So we can start by reducing that day sleep by 15 minutes and give it a week. Often, just reducing it by 15 minutes can make a world of difference. Around 2.5, 3 years old, our toddlers prepare to drop this nap. So if that nap is already quite short and you're still finding that your toddler is taking a really long time to fall asleep at bedtime, it could be time to say goodbye to that day sleep. Now, on the flip side, if our toddlers are overtired at bedtime, you may notice that they're still taking a long time to settle. So if you've dropped that day sleep or your toddler has skipped that nap, but you're still finding at bedtime they're struggling, it could be that they're overtired. So I know with my 2.5-year-old, some days she just skips that nap completely. We try not to stress, we just head for an earlier bedtime. So with my little girl, if she doesn't have a day sleep, we aim for a 6 o'clock, 6:15 bedtime. This way we know she's not overtired and she can still have a really good night's sleep. So that's my tip number one. Check for under or overtiredness causing these bedtime struggles. Now another quick fix could be just to recheck their room environment. Even as an older toddler, their room environment is going to play a big part in how long they take to settle for us. If there's light coming around the window, then that's going to tell our toddler, hang on, the sun's still up, I should still be up. So we like to have a really dark sleep environment. White noise or an audio book can be really good to give our toddlers something to tune into and switch off and fall asleep. So you can always give that a try. We still want the cot at this age for our little ones. The longer you hold on to that cot for your toddler, the better. So if your toddler isn't climbing the bars or still fits in that cot, I'd be keeping that around, because if we try to get rid of the cot too soon or when they're 18 months or 2 years old, then you may find that they're just gonna get up and get out of bed and play a lot more at bedtime. They just don't know how to lay down and stay down if they're in a bed. It's just too exciting for them. So if you can, keep that cot around. Just while we are on the topic of the room environment, I will mention that if your toddler is at that age where they've got an imagination and you're noticing that come bedtime, they're not so happy about us switching off the light, or you're noticing that they're getting quite distressed when they're in a dark sleep environment, then it could be a sign that they have a fear of the dark. This is not totally uncommon for a 2.5, 3-year-old. So if you find that they're taking ages to fall asleep and they're quite upset, then it could be a fear of the dark. So if that's the case for your little one, we can always try a dim red nightlight. It should reassure them and give them some peace of mind. Now, another thing that can play a big part in how long our toddlers take to fall asleep is the steps leading up to bedtime. I know with my little girls, if we have a family dinner or a party or a function and they have chocolate cake or ice cream or treats, all that sugar is going to cause havoc at bedtime. So when we can try to avoid it, I try to avoid sugary foods, especially close to bedtime. Another thing that can play a big part is screen time. If our little ones are having iPads, tablets, or TV time, even if it's just on in the background, it can still be a lot for their little brains to process, and it can be really, really stimulating for them. And then that's going to have a domino effect on their bedtime or on their ability to fall asleep. So we recommend avoiding screen time after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. With my little girls, they respond really, really well to a good wind down time in the evening. So we try to keep it as calming as possible. No wrestling games, no tickling games close to bedtime. We try to play some calming music, try to keep the lights in the house really, really dim, just to get them in that sleepy mood. Now, I will add as a little side note, after 18 months old, some fluffing at bedtime can be really, really common. So what I mean by this is if we lay our toddler in their cot, the room environment's perfect, they haven't had too much day sleep, we've had a really good bedtime routine, but they're still rolling around, chatting, playing with their cuddly, sitting up in bed, laying down again, and then they're just fluffing around, taking a while to drift off to sleep, just know that this can be common. After 18 months old, our little ones do need to wind down after a big day. They're not just going to fall asleep as soon as we lay them down. So know that this can be common. It's totally okay to leave them to it. The only time when we would interfere is if they are getting upset or distressed. So if you are finding that your toddler is getting quite upset when it comes to bedtime settling, then we would go down the path of ruling out the fear of the dark, as I discussed before. And during this time, try to keep a good, steady, settling approach. So we try not to bring in any new sleep associations, like rocking them, patting them, helping them all the way to sleep. Because if you didn't want to continue that down the track, then it may not be a good time to start. So to summarize, if your toddler's taking ages to fall asleep, have another look at that day sleep, see if it needs to be reduced. Take another look at their room environment. See if there's anything we can tweak to help get them in that sleepy mood. Have a look at what is happening leading up to bedtime. Is there possibly something going on that's impacting their ability to fall asleep? If you're needing some extra help with these bedtime battles, please reach out to us. We would love to help. For more information on how you can join our Little Ones Sleep program, please visit our website www.littlenones.co. Please click on the description box below. We're going to attach a few links to some helpful articles that will help these bedtime struggles. And we would love to see you back on our YouTube channel again. So please click on the subscription button and the bell next to it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me the thumbs up. I can't wait to chat to you again soon. Bye.